you have a question about your taxes, you might wait on hold for a pretty long time. The Union of Taxation Employees says more than 3,000 call center agents were let go since last May. Now it is reporting that wait times to speak to an agent are reaching up to 3.5 hours, with fewer than 5% of callers actually making it through. Meanwhile, the CRA says it has offered contract extensions to about 850 call center employees whose deals were set to expire in September. Joining me for a closer look at the issue is the National President for the Union of Taxation Employees, Mark Briere. He's in Gatineau this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So if only 5% of callers are getting through, where is that leaving the other 95%?
They're being left behind, if I may say. The callers are being redirected to an automated system, but they don't really get answers to their tax questions. So normally they call back. Unfortunately, they can't leave most of the time their phone numbers to be called back, like other companies do, or Service Canada. So that's a problem. So yeah, we're just our employees are swamped. Our members are swamped. Mm-hmm. Since the last cuts in May, when they let go 1,300 people, we went downhill. That simple.
What was the reason for the cuts at the time?
Budgetary reasons. They want to balance the books. The CRA has indeed increased its staffing during the pandemic. That's a fact. Now they're decreasing the numbers, especially in the contact centers, due to the fact that the pandemic is gone. So the budgets are going down and down and down. The problem is the call volume has not gone down as the pre-pandemic levels. And that's a big problem. So we cannot go back to the pre-pandemic staffing levels. And before the pandemic, the level of staffing in the contact centers was not sufficient anyways.
Do you expect we'll see more cuts? And if so, what will that do to the service?
Well, if we have more cuts, our boat is going to sink in the contact centers. Look, we're at 5%. We've been able to save 850 people until March. That's not even the end of the tax season until April. And we have the business tax season in the summertime. So, I mean, there's only one way. Either we're going to have a huge problem, or they're going to reinvest and rehire more people before the tax season. It's one or the other. There's no middle grounds. We're already very thin. People are maxed out. People are stressed. We have people going on sick leave, mental health issues. I mean, that's really bad right now.
And you mentioned, the CRA offered around 850 call center employees extension to their contracts. What is the union doing to protect jobs?
Well, actually, what we've been doing is putting pressure on the CRA internally. We talked to their senior management, and they basically said that they didn't have the budget to keep them. So we went to the Minister of National Revenue, Mr. Champagne, and I guess he was sensitive to our arguments, and they had further discussions, and they finally decided to keep them, which I think was the only thing they could do, and they found the budget. Now there's a budget coming up this fall, and we're advocating for Mr. Champagne and his government, Mr. Carney, to put more money back at the CRA in the contact centers, but in other areas such as collections as well, because the collection, the CRA let go 1,000 collection officers since December last year, and that's a big loss of revenue for the government. It's about $3 billion a year in lost revenue. And I think that Mr. Carney, with all the investments and the spending he's doing, badly needs those billions that CRA can bring him.
In 2017, the Auditor General conducted an audit of CRA call centers. That audit found that overall, the call centers did not provide taxpayers with what they call timely access to agents, and that agents gave taxpayers information that was not accurate almost 30% of the time. That was, 8 years ago? So that's happening along with fewer agents now. I mean, how is all of this affecting people's ability to file their taxes properly?
Well, for sure, it has an impact. We were very supportive of the report of the Auditor General then. The CRA started to rehire more people. It's also a question of training. You need to take the time to do the proper training, because it's important that we give the correct information to the taxpayer. It's adamant. So it has gotten better, and during the pandemic, they did a lot of hiring. So things were better, but we had millions of calls. Now the situation has gone down a little bit, call volume-wise, but not enough. So they cut too much too fast, and now we're paying the price. We're back in the hole where we were before the pandemic, and either the government will tell the taxpayers that they don't really care to give them a good service, or they do care and they invest the money to give the service that people deserve. It's very simple.
Mark, the next audit of CRA call centers is set to be released this fall. What are you expecting to see in that?
Expecting to see something that may look like the one in 2017. We were consulted by the Auditor General, and they know that the employees are swamped. So when there's insufficient staffing, it brings people to be more stressed. There's a lot of pressure for them to handle the calls very fast, and then that can bring people to make more mistakes. So I kind of expect to see something similar, hopefully not as bad, but I'm not very optimistic, to be honest.
Mark Briere, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
After the
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.